Howdy, fellow sounders,
And welcome.
back to another episode of this little sound series. I don't know where in the series it's going to go yet, but today we're covering QLab and projections, which is a pretty isolated topic because all we're going to be going over is just this little corner of the booth here. Let's get right into it. QLab. This is an official piece of software designed for running music and sound effects during shows. This was designed to minimize accidents, make sure that everything happens exactly how you plan it. When you press a button, it does exactly what you want. The way you put music in here is kind of like coding. It's actually pretty intuitive, and it helps minimize the chance of anything going wrong, like computer being slow, loading files, Wi-Fi being bad. QLab is here to fix that. So here we have an example show. This was from this weekend's AAC show. So we have a bunch of random dance pieces here. Each one of these, as you can tell, is a sound file. In this case, all of these are music files. This one, you'll notice, is different. That's a memo line, which means that it doesn't have a file attached. It's just there to serve as a break, which makes sense because it's intermission. How do you add new songs? Well, there's two ways. Number one is you can just take an audio file. Let's see if we have any really quick. Nope, wrong thing. You can take an audio file, for example. Let me take Sauron here, and I'm just going to take the audio file, drag it in there, and bam, there it is, new file. And if I play that, it will play over the main speakers, as long as my audio output, and this is something to make sure of, my audio output is set to matrix switch, not headphones, matrix switch. In addition to making sure that it's set to matrix switch, sometimes it still might not work, and this is usually because in QLab, down in the bottom right, the settings button, if you go to audio and then the output, you want to set this to matrix switch. There you go. Well, right now it's set to system output, which means that if I play the sound right now, it will play out the main speakers. If I set this to headphones, then QLab will change to headphones and it will no longer play out the main speakers, and I can play whatever I want safely. Lovely. Okay, so how do you play stuff? That's a simple question. You can see that right now one of these rows is blue. That's the one that I have selected. And if you hit spacebar, it plays whatever you have selected. You'll notice that green arrow, and then also if we select that and hit time and loops, we can see that it is currently playing. If you want to stop it, you can hit escape, and it stops it. Now, something you might have noticed there is when you hit spacebar, it automatically selects the next track. That's very important because it means that if you're running a show and you're doing sound effects in quick succession, you don't have to play the car horn and then select the car crash and then play the car crash and then select the scream and play the scream. You can just hit the spacebar. Sound cue. Go, go, go. And you're good. So there you go. How to add new ones? I said that one of the ways was to just drag and drop in the sound file. Also, by the way, if you want to delete something, I'm not going to be able to do this. You need to hold down on Windows and press backspace, which I can't reach. Pressing backspace alone is not enough. JC, get in here. Bam. And then Sauron that we just added was gone. The other way is at the top here, you'll notice a giant row of buttons you can hit. And a lot of these, if you click on them, adds that type of thing. So for example, if I click on the memo button, it adds a memo line right underneath whatever I have selected. That is how you add a memo line. If I wanted to add a sound one, then I hit the sound one. And then you'll notice that it has a red X, which means that it doesn't have anything to play. Oh no, how tragic. A cue without anything to target. You're going to double click on the double click here under the basics tab, and then you're going to select whatever the frick you want. I'll select flags. Cool. Now, another note about QLab. QLab can do more than just play music. If I drag in a video file, shoot, where's example video file? Oh, right here. If I drag in a video file, you will notice that it is a video file, which means that when I play it, it's going to start playing the video. However, what if some darned dancers send me their dance file as a video? Like they took a screen recording and playing the music. If you try to drag that into here, it's going to show up as a video file, and you don't want that happening. So what you can do is you can hit the sound button and then select the video, and because you've already established to QLab that you want it to be a sound, then even if you hit the video, it'll only play the sound. It is no longer a video file, it's just a sound file. Thank you, QLab. Cool. Other buttons do interesting things. There's a lot of opportunities with MIDI, having QLab control lights if you want. For running shows here at Whitney, just worry about everything I've taught you so far. Some optional stuff. Grouping. If you want multiple stuff to play at the same time, you can slap it in a group. I create a group with the top left button here, and then you can just drag whatever you want into the group. There you go. Yippee! And now this bad boy is in a group. And all of it plays at the same time. Okay, lovely. Other things. Let's talk about the stuff down here. So, no matter what you have selected, kind of like how EQ, dynamics, and gain work on Barry, all of this stuff down here changes to be the settings for whatever you have selected. So let me select Viet Moi. You can see the number, which you can change. How long it is, you can't change because that's the file. You can have it wait a bit. If you put in time here, then it will wait that amount of seconds and then start playing the music. If you put post wait, it'll wait that many seconds after the song is done. Why would post wait matter? Because of this thing called continue. There are 3 settings here. Do not continue, which means that when a song finishes playing, for example, I'm playing Viet Moi, I'm gonna go to time and loops to see the time and loops, and then it's playing right there. I'm just gonna skip all the way to the end. When it ends, you'll notice the duration was green and now it's stopped, and the green triangle has gone away. Because when it ends and nothing happens. If you change that and go to continue and select auto continue, then watch what happens when I play it. As soon as I play it, it automatically plays the track after it as well. Auto continue means that as soon as it starts, it plays the next thing too. Auto follow is much more interesting and a lot more useful. Auto continue, if you didn't see that, did the exact same thing as putting them in a group, but without putting them in a group. So that is auto continue. Auto follow means that as soon as the track is done playing, it will start playing the next track. As soon as this one is done, it started playing the Real is Final. Whatever that is. Oh, long sleeves. Wait, actually, it didn't quite start. Oh, because this is... That's interesting. Hold on a minute. Auto follow. Let's try that. I play this. I hit spacebar twice. I accidentally hit the spacebar twice. How do you stop a singular piece of music? Well, if you hit the escape bar, it stops all of them. Hitting the escape button provides a 3-second fade out to everything that is currently playing. But if you want to stop something just by itself, you have to go to time and loops and hit the pause button all the way over here, and then usually you want to go press this button to go back to the start of the track. And you'll have noticed on the duration it just went all the way back to the start. So, Viet Moi is playing. I'm going to take Viet Moi. It's going to go to the end. And then it starts up the next ones. Cool. That is auto follow and auto continue. The last thing I want to cover about QLab is fading. Fading something out is not that intuitive. Now, obviously, if you go down here, oh, by the way, ignore triggers, IO, trim, audio effects. You don't need to worry about that stuff. It can get really cool if you have a QLab license, but that costs money. So we don't have a license. Levels, very important, because this bar right here is how loud it is. Isn't that amazing? If you want the sound to be higher, you do that. If you want the sound to be quieter, you do that. If you want it muted, you can do that. If you want something to fade out, you could, in theory, just do this as it's playing, or you could do what the cool kids do, or the cool kids do, if you will. You're gonna hit this magic button right here, fade. This creates a fade cue. Some of the cues in QLab are like the sound cue in that they're empty until you give them a target. Fades always have a target, and it's always another cue. I want to move this, so if you want to move something, you just click and hold on it, and then you can drag it anywhere you want. I'll put it in the bad group for now. So this fade, as you can see, is targeting Viet Moi. However, even though it's targeting Viet Moi, it has a red X next to it. Why is that? Well, it's because it doesn't know whether to fade Viet Moi up or down. So, here's how fades work. You can see that the fade is set to last 3 seconds. You can also set a pre-wait and a post-wait, and you can also set it to do not continue, auto-continue, and auto-follow. Good stuff. At levels, you can see here that no level is set. If you set the level by just tapping it to negative infinity, then now the fade knows that it's fading out, and the red X goes away. So, I'm playing Viet Moi, but then, if I hit the fade is a separate cue, and if I select the fade and I hit space, after 3 seconds, it faded Viet Moi to nothing. So now Viet Moi would be playing out there. It's still playing, but it's completely silent, because that's what the fade did. Now, if I added a new fade that faded Viet Moi up, and I hit this one, now Viet Moi would be playing at full blast. If I wanted to fade it out again, but this time I wanted to stop it, then I'd hit stop target when done. I hit go on the fade, it fades out Viet Moi, and you'll notice Viet Moi stops. Lovely. That's auto continue, auto follow, and fading. Now that you know this, according to QLab Cookbook, you are a fade ninja. Congratulations. Projections! So, we have a little remote right here, this remote, and if you hit the down button, the projector screens come down. Whoa, that's crazy. So you remembered me mentioning in the tour that anything on this monitor is projected. That is only true if the projectors are on. Let's turn the projectors on. Whoa, what's this tab right here? Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Oh, shoot, don't look at my email. What's this tab right here? There we go. All of these random tabs that are really strings of characters and stuff, these are the projectors. For example, this one we can see is on. This one also on. Man, wait, we forgot to turn them off. Oh. Hey. And then here is the one that looks different. This is for the center projector up there. The 2 blue lights right there mean that it's on. If there's only 1 blue light, that means that it's off. The center projector takes years to turn on, and also a true thing about all 3 of the projectors is even if this screen is blank, they're still projecting light, because a black screen for the projectors is still projecting something. So in a complete blackout, you would be able to see this being projected. So for these 2 projectors, we blank them, which you can do by going to the projector settings and hitting the blank button, or for this one, it doesn't have a blank option. So as you can see, we have jerry-rigged a piece of black foil attached to a little pulley system so that whenever you pull on this black string here, the projector screen opens and allows the light to shine through. And you can even maybe kind of see the light on the back screen there. Okay, anyways, let's get cooking. So, I'm going to project the presenter screens right now, and nothing is projected. Oh, that's because they're blanked. So I'm gonna unblank them, unblank that one, unblank that one, and now, would you look at that, it's projecting the projectors. It's projecting this. If I drag this around, let me see if I can get both of these in frame. You can see it move. Yay! Lovely. And this one, you'll see the white light means that it is trying to project this, but that black foil is in the way. So if I grab the string right here, there it is, and I pull, it's projecting. Not projecting, projecting. Not projecting, projecting. Yay! That is how you use the projection screens. One last thing is videos and programs and stuff. Normally, during advisories and stuff like that, if they want you to project something like a seating chart or a video, you can just drag it up during the event, and it's fine because it's pretty informal. But if you're doing like a serious dance show, everything's got to be in PowerPoint. Put it in PowerPoint, black slides in between everything, play from start. You'll be in the PowerPoint, and then when you want to go forward, hit the space bar, and it does it. PowerPoint is like QLab for visuals. That's the way you should think about it. I believe this next one is a video. So that black slide right there is a video. So when I hit the video, it starts playing the video, and shablam, shablam, shablam. Lovely. That's PowerPoint. One last thing. I'm going to mention this because dancers do it a lot. What happens when the dancer sends you their music file as a YouTube link? The answer is you breathe a long sigh and you sit at this computer and you look up YouTube to MP3. And you scroll through the long list of converters, and almost every single one of these, it gets blocked by the CPS firewall. You find the rare one, like somewhere near the bottom maybe, that doesn't get blocked by the firewall. Oh, that's a shame. 4 tries the charm. This one looks good. Oh, that's a shame. Man, this one says it's high quality. Oh, yay. And then you paste the YouTube link in there, and then hit download. Usually when you hit download, it'll open up another tab. That tab is a scam. Immediately close the tab and go back to this one. And then it'll show up in the bottom here, and you can just drag it over to QLab. Fun. Okay, so this has been the lovely little lesson in QLab and projections. I hope you learned something. We're going to be briefly revisiting this stuff in the video that's specifically about running events, but as far as the chief is concerned, that's what you need to know. All right, have fun, and I'll catch you on the flip side.